the ground. I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. It ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. Only one logical thing to do. Don't trip, by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip, by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip, by the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. By the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip. Sour cream and onion dip. Scoop it with some ruffle chips. Sink them like Titanic ship. Bartender, here's a tip. Crypto face is the truth. He can even show you proof. This is market cipher school. Rory made you say, ooh, wish I had one too. Making plays on Tradingview. Waiting on a blue triangle. I just call it Blue's Clue. Portfolio diversified. Keep my balance classified. Scared to look, you terrified. But when you did, you almost died. All good before you went to sleep. Woke up to a surprise. Couldn't believe your eyes. Where the hell did your money go? You like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Bitcoin dumping in my sleep. Woke up to a market sweep. That's the reason I don't sleep. Keep my eyes on the prize. Bought some Hex and Cardano. Fear of missing out. FOMO, that's a no-no. Yeah, I know, bro, but I still do the shit. I'm just trying to hit a lick, so I think I just might buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. Buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip. The market crashed on me, but it's not my ass, homie. Time to rise up out the flames like a motherfucking phoenix. Flying high in the sky, and I motherfucking mean it. Put it all on the house, I can't help it cause I'm greedy. Got a family, gotta feed it. All my followers, man, they need me. We can all get rich together, talk about financial freedom. BTC, ETH, XRP, that's a threesome. Three-way. Blockchain tokens got your boy really eating. Cryptocurrency is a gift from God. All praises to the Most High. Help me beat the odds, playing smart. So
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let's get it. Yo, Bram, hope you're doing well. And welcome back, brother. Let's see what we have going on the charts and take it from there. So let's have a look at the calendar. Today's going to be Tuesday. Pretty clean, man. A little bit of PMI at 6 p.m. Nothing to worry about short term in terms of London session here. We have like random newses here, and after Italian PMI, French, German's not till 11:55, so pretty late, and then the rest is kind of fine here. So let's have a look at the chart. Start off with gold yesterday having a bounce and closing daily candle strong bullish above this previous kind of zone here. We are out the middle of the range. We're kind of aiming towards the top of the range. 4-hour time frame creating resistance at the same time, so we are mixed session bias. What's also interesting, we're closing below that yesterday's 4-hour resistance, so we can remove that line, but we are reacting off it, I feel. Let's see what 1 hour is saying here. So we just reacted off this 1 hour support right here. So let's go put that 1S. That's what we just reacted off right now. And let's see what's happening here on 30. Okay, so 30 is clean and 15 is clean. So we have a 1 hour support there, but the rest is clean, mixed session bias. This 4 hour, let's see, is still kind of being relevant actually. We can see it as a 15-minute support. We're kind of tapping that now. I would say if we can get a bearish close potentially below our previous session range here, we could look for setup to sells back down. At the same time, if we create some bullish structure, we could also take the buys, but where would I want to take the buys? Let's see, 1 hour. I'm kind of preferring here. This is going to be an interesting 1 hour close. 1 hour close bullish like this is going to be harder to sell actually. Your sells are going to come maximum. By what I mean is like that's the minimum we need is below that previous here. So let's mark this 1 hour support because we still haven't crossed through it. We did cross through it with a wick, but not a body. Honestly, the buys above here, I need to see structure then buys. Yeah, because I don't trust just buying into here and then it rolling over. We have so much room. 1 hour would be interesting, but we have all this resistance here. So honestly, above there will be cleaner. So I want to see structure first before looking for the buys, but that's kind of the zone I'm looking for. And let's see how it forms. So we'll see if we can create a resistance after around 15-18 minutes. Let this hour candle close and then see if we can get a bearish candle close. And then potentially the sells down with that bearish candle close. If not, we're going to be continuing the buys today. And if we're going to continue the buys, I need to see us continue with this higher low structure and then probably get something closing above. Probably above here. We'll just see how it forms. I need to see some more structure form and then I can take it from there. Now, looking at DAX as well. DAX here had a nice close above early session trade. I can see in chat some of the guys took it. We'll see if there's volume here. That is the only problem right now. So this was a perfect close, to be honest. I think let's look at 5. Yeah, 5 no structure, so it makes sense that we're making it now. Let's see 4 hour if we have. So 4 hour, let's go back to daily. Daily closing strong bullish here. Haven't reached previous daily yet. Previous 4 hour is still there, valid. We created a 4 hour resistance, but we're breaking it clearly now. What did we reject off? I'm interested to know what we rejected off. Let's go find what this is. 1 hour time frame. Pretty clean all the way up. 30-minute time frame. Clean as well. 15-minute time frame. Also a clean range. We're rejecting off this previous 15, it seems. This whole 15 consolidation with this notch here as well. See how it looked on the 5 as well here. Yeah, so did we close above there? No, we didn't close above there. So we're stuck at this 5-minute resistance here. Actually, we can move this line down. And you can see that now makes sense. So above there would be a breakout buy, which seems to be working after yesterday. But I wouldn't mind a pullback and then set up 2 back up. I would actually prefer that to get to this 15 and potentially above. So that's my 2 options on DAX. I'm not interested in selling just yet. It is early though, so we could end up selling for the rest of the day if this is going to be the liquidity. I have seen that a few times. but I need to see that kind of play out. We don't have the best ranges. I would actually probably sell below this 5-minute support here at 23,823 if we see this be a fake out, right? If we see this be a fake out, then that's probably where my sells are going to come through. If not, then I'm going to look for the continuation of buys. If it pulls back deeper, I'll look for that change of structure back up. And potential continuation trades depending on how this 1 hour closes in 4 minutes. So yeah, I wouldn't mind a retest of the range here. It would give me more confidence to take the buys back up if I see that. And yeah, we will see what ends up happening with price here. But we're at this previous resistance here, where it's rejecting now. It's previous 5 and a 15 consolidation area. So, I mean, if we drew a line on the 15, I think it would match it. Let's have a look. Let's draw this line on the 15 resistance exactly. Boom. Let's go back and see. Yeah, makes sense, right? So, that makes sense why we're rejecting there. But we're going to take it from the 5. Actually, we could get away with the 15 because that's where we're rejecting. So, we can go back to the 15. And then, yeah, close above there, which should be the close above the 5, would be a continuation trade. Now, the problem I have with taking just a support candle here, let's say this candle closes bullish, is that this could end up being a lower high because we didn't retest anything. If this is retesting something, nice, but we don't have any levels here. It's retesting no 1 hour levels here, no 30-minute levels, nothing. So even previous 4 hour, you know, it's being crossed through now once here and then crossed through with a wick and crossed through here. So we're not really retesting. I mean, we could draw it and see. We are sitting at it, yes, but it's not enough of a retest zone for me to be, okay, I trust taking a buy here and putting stops right here in this big clean candle zone. Compared to taking a buy from down here where I can be like, this I trust, you know? You see this pullback? So this is actually not bad because if we retest down here, at least I can be like, yeah, stops back in the range and stuff like this. So let's see how that ends up forming. But that is the plan here. Have a quick look at USD JPY. What it's doing here, pretty range bound on the 5. Let's start from daily time frame, closing bearish still yesterday. Let's put this daily support down here. DS 4 hour time frame, a bit messy. So mixed session bias here. Let's see what we have on 1 hour time frame ranges. Above there looks good on 1 hour. Nice little range above. Let's see how that develops on 15. So 15 is a mess here, so only 30-minute makes sense, and 30-minute makes sense above here. So we'll see how 30 closes above there. Some nice structure. 15 doesn't make sense to trade today on USD JPY, only 30-minute. But 15 for sells potentially below here, but I want to see this 30-minute tapped first before I take sells. Otherwise, it's just higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So if we're seeing that higher lows, higher highs, then I don't really want to be involved in that. But 30-minute close above could work here. And then, yeah, that's basically the plan here. We'll see what ends up happening. We said the plan on DAX. See how DAX is forming. Yes, it is forming the way we want, but the 1 hour close is going to be important as well here in 1 minute. And then we take it from there. So appreciate you all showing up for the analysis. Now it's just a waiting game. We wait for potential entries and then we see how to execute it on the chart. So if you guys enjoyed the analysis, make sure to leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. Get the likes up to 150. Would appreciate it. Hate to say it, part of the game. We call it the YouTube business. So let's get it today. Let's see what Tuesday brings. The SA-NY session was very good, both in US 30, gold, and DAX. Everything moved yesterday. You had a gold setup 2 yesterday, a nice one on the 15-minute. So you had this option here, a little bit bigger stop loss, but you could go break even here. Pushed very nicely, then kind of did nothing. Yesterday on DAX, you had as well a little breakout trade here, setup 3 after liquidity grab, break of high gave you 1-to-1, and then you had continuation later. And then on US 30 yesterday, as well, you had a continuation trade right here on the 5-minute to continue towards the highs. So lots of options in NY, all breakout options surprisingly, except for gold was a setup 2, but everything else was a breakout option, and they all played out. But breakouts in London haven't been the most accurate. Look at this close here, right? Massive close on the 1 hour. Massive close. So I would love to see this 15 close bearish, next one close above. Give us a stop loss placement. Right now, this is all straight push. Very hard to I mean, unless you put stops below here for like 60 pips. I mean, it is a 1-to-1 60. If this was bullish bias, it makes sense, but 57. So we'd have to get a little bit above the 1 hour. Hard with mixed bias, you know. 4 hour resistance is in play here, and we closed below previous. So I have to be full bullish bias today. Do I have conviction to be full bullish bias yet? No. This could be the lower high, and this is the transition. High, lower, made a low, made a lower high, made a lower low, could be the lower high. So this makes it tough. Until we see the change of structure from going from a low to a high and a higher low, then we can actually start to see market direction shift. We don't even see a shift in direction yet on 5, as we're now retesting, almost retesting previous swing high. So DAX made the retest here as well. Retested back down to the bottom of the range. Not bottom, but the top of the range, my bad. So let's see how it reacts from here. We'll either push through and might continue the sell idea we spoke about, and we can start to take sells if this is going to be one big fake out. Or we can create supports here and actually start the buys again. So it will make its decision, and then we take it from there. Sorry if you heard me testing audio. We didn't, man. Don't worry about that. Had to switch back setting. Crazy day. Oh, man. But we didn't hear anything. So maybe that's a bad thing, but no disturbance. All is well now? Okay, good. I took the S3 on 5-minute time frame just after the open. Amazing work, man. That was the trade. That was the trade yesterday. I took DAX buys yesterday. Set up 3 on 15-minute, not on 5-minute, on 15-minute. That was my trade yesterday. Just one trade. This set up 3 on 15 towards the upside. But the US 30 buys is the one I would have taken. Probably, if I wanted to be safer, I'd even have waited for the 1-minute close, but it was nice. That's kind of like that open momentum, setup 3, next candle, this one closed, breaking the high, and it even gave you a 1-minute close if you were uncomfortable to take just the break of high. Look at that, man. That's a perfect 1-minute close. Nice structure there. So, classic setup, classic. So, that was the option. I was driving. I had to go visit someone yesterday. If I was not, I would probably have taken that as a second position. No problems. Don't really see an issue with that. To give it a shot. Can you look at my entry in BTC? I can. What's your plan here? 1 hour, taking a buy from the bottom of the range here, fake out. Yeah, you're just missing a level, man. You're missing this level here. So if we reject off this, it's going to be game over. You see, which we're already starting to do. You have to mark these previous levels. So yeah, that's the only issue I see here, man. So you have to be careful of that. Could wait for a change of structure, something above there. Or you literally get in on the flip here for the wick fill, right? As soon as the 1 hour fakes back inside the range, you take the wick fill and then trade 2 there, and you'll be in profit this whole time. So if it starts rejecting, you can get out. Those are your 2 options. Took early 15-minute setup 5 on US30. I trade US30 after NYC Open mainly, man. I look at it just before, but I trade it after NYC Open mainly. Like you mentioned for US30, if we don't need to enter break of highs, we can enter lower time frame closes in case on when should we do this? Don't have to. If it's a thunderstorm setup 3 on 5 minute, you can just take it as that, man. You can take it as that. But I'm just saying, like, you could use that 1 minute as extra confirmation if you wanted. If you didn't trust the setup 3, felt like, especially like a full mixed bias day or a day where you need that extra confirmation, you can wait for that extra 1 minute. But you risk missing the move, but that's the game you play, right? DAX setting up for a bullish move. It's trying to. So the thing is, we have mixed bias and this move happened very early. I like the 1 hour close. I like where we're retesting now. If we can create some sort of support from here, like a 5 minute bullish close or something like that, could give the opportunity to try for some upside. Obviously 15 minute close will be stronger. But if it wants to come back inside the range, then I think we might see some downside. But for now, it's looking like it's a good retest. We'll see how this closes out. We'll see how this closes out in like 3 minutes. Why do you trade US after NYC Open? That's the time to trade US 30, bro. That is, like, from my testing, the best time to trade US 30. Gold making people fumble. Let's see what gold is doing. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't like that. I want to see that one bearish close, then the bullish above. I mean, that mixed bias is a problem. I mean, imagine you took it on 1 hour straight into this much drawdown. It's absolutely disgusting. But that's just that's just the way you want to treat things, you know. Allow it to create that structure. Be patient. It's a mistake I made in June, I would say. Trying too many options like this. Instead, just leave it. Wondering if you looked at EU possible sells counter news push. We are making moves 30 minutes. I don't trade EU myself, but if you want to send me a chart to see your analysis, I'm happy to look at it, and then I can give you my ideas. I'd like to see a chart of yours just to see how your markup is. You know, it's important to practice, send that through, but you do have this daily bearish close now. 4 hours at a very dangerous zone here, so be careful trying to sell at this zone. This whole area here is going to be dangerous, so I'd recommend looking for pullbacks for sells or to get below this zone. A lot of people are going to try sell in here. Can be very risky, so look for those pullbacks, sell on the pullback, back down if you're going to sell, or wait for structure and to get below. Otherwise this could be a fake out zone because of your higher time frame. One minute till this 5 minute candle closes. I'm not too convinced if the 5 minute, even though the 5 minute will close bullish like this, it's not convincing. I need a deeper bullish close. This is not a convincing close to me. Trading before would have a lot of fake outs. Not always, it does, but there's like lack of continuation sometimes. Depends on what time frame you're trading and what type of trade you're trying to take. But after the open, you get this like almost guaranteed volume, which is a very rare trait, and it's one trait that I'm extremely attracted to in the markets, is having guaranteed volume. And when you trade after NYSE, there's always like 90% of the time there's a volume push at NYSE, so you're basically guaranteed some sort of volume move, which is very similar to DAX, right? But the difference is in DAX is lacked continuation. US 30 has not struggled too much with lacking continuation, but DAX has the exact same trend where we have that that nice push, you know. That's why in the beginning of the year we were profiting so much of DAX, because it would have those continuations. Would gold work the same way? No, it doesn't apply to gold. S1 sells when we have close below the 4 hour and 5 minute, or you need some higher time frame structure? No, not below the 4 hour. Still a retest zone. You have no break of structure. Minimum we need to break this 15-minute structure down here. I'm still bullish even if we retest below the 4 hour, because I'm still bullish till we retest down into this last support before the push up here, which was here. Still bullish. Some gaps on my broker here. Sometimes price likes to fill those gaps. Do you apply fundamentals? Definitely, man. I definitely apply fundamentals to my trading. It is a big part of my trading is fundamentals, basically understanding macro moves and stuff like that. For the DAX buy yesterday, it was full bearish bias, so we could see it as mixed. Many 4-hour candles were bullish before. Basically, it was like a very weak close, right? I see this as a setup 3, right? You get what I mean? You know, like this is like really like a setup 3 for me. Because we're showing me more signs of rejection from downside, breaking the highs already. For me, it's nice. So much upside continuation, not really convincing me on any bearishness. Do you have magic keys for management? No, I don't. I manage manually myself. Yeah, true seeing hour is interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like that whole higher time, like we're bouncing from a higher time frame zone, etc., etc. How do you apply fundamentals with daily? How do you apply fundamentals daily? You have to have fundamental analysis. I do it weekly in my webinars in the exclusive group. I have a section where I go through the fundamentals of the week. So yesterday, for example, in the general chat here, I'll put like a small summary of what I'm looking for in the week here. Let's have a look. This one here, like that's it. This week, whether the Fed is now leaning towards cuts, which seems pretty likely, how deep the economic slowdown runs with labor market, and whether the trade tensions escalate further. Those were our 3 focuses, and then we speak about that in depth. We speak about that in depth once we start to get the data on that, and if daily updates come, we speak about it, how it affects, even on stream, if something's happening on stream, if we're looking at news events on stream, in our calendar here, I explain how that affects. So show up to stream, and these are all your resources, man. Will this be similar to S2? Yes, you're just lacking confirmation on other time frames. Also, it's a rejection wick towards the upside a bit here. So I want to see kind of this candle close bearish, next one close above, or double candle close bullish, something like that. This 2 candles close bullish, then it will be good. Breaking highs. If you just have the 1 candle close bullish, sometimes a little bit weaker. If you have this candle close bearish, would be better to have the next candle closing above bullish. And then we see what's up. I prefer DAX buys rather than sells. Yeah, it looks much better. Just want to see if it holds this support here. When do you look for higher time frame closes before taking S2? When you need confirmation, right? Like, we have to understand, like, 5 minute with a rejection candle is different. It's a rejection candle. This candle never broke the high. You're waiting anyways. No bottom wick. It's invalidating the setup too. So when you're having those things, you know, and also the 15-minute close at that time was 1 minute away. Imagine the last 1 minute, 15-minute candle closes below. It's gonna, not only the 5 minute is gonna now close below the support, the 15-minute time frame is also gonna close below. So the whole point is it never triggered or never did anything like this. What do you think of the recent NFP miss and 100K revisions of previous reports? Do you think it shows slowdown of the US starting to move more USD bears? Definitely pushes more pressure to cut rates. And the revisions are weird how they can just revise that quickly. I've never understood that. But the other thing that is very interesting is showing that, hey, they can lie and get away with it, essentially. And the last thing is pushing for that interest rate cut in September, I think is highly likely. So yeah, let's see what happens leading into that, right? We will see some dollar weakness continue potentially as that cuts look more and more likely. Speaking about that, let's see what gold is doing at the current time. Yep, still not doing much. Someone got fired because of that misfired revision. It's crazy. Can you take a look at GBP JPY? It's not doing much in my eyes, man. GBP JPY for the moment here. Just ranging. Here's your EU markup. If we move over NY lows, would be invalidating bear structure. Could be a move back into the range. Bear structure continues. We have 2 candle support areas. Yeah, this 4-hour support is the problem. So remember, yeah, move back into NY low, retest 15-minute time frame, 15-minute bearish close, then look for the continuation down. What do you think of GU trade, paper trade, mixed bias? Don't know why your screenshots never show, man. Zone 4-hour had no top wick change of structure. Where's the screenshot with that? Let me see if I can scroll back and find the screenshot to see that. You have a screenshot? I'm down, fully down. I promise I'm fully down. It's not there, man. Now you just posted it now, man. Don't cap. What's this? Fake out back inside the range. Back above that 5. Yeah, with the 5-minute change of structure, it's good. Without that, I don't like it too much. And then watching the 4-hour is also good. But yeah, that's the kind of way you want to play it. So yeah, I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I have a doubt. Is a rejection wick it is a rejection wick and we can't fill it only when it reacted off something, but on 5 minutes it didn't react to anything. Is it significant? It's also not that small body. What am I missing, bro? Because we're looking for a wick fill when we have a close above or below something, not as a support. You are not having a, when this candle close here did not close above or below something, it closed as a support. So you're filling a wick at support compared to filling a wick when we closed above here or below here. It's two different types of candle closures. The screenshot right here, bro, he sent it after. I can show you. And it's the same time. 10:18, 10:18. Then it's probably just a loading issue. Can we take a sell? You can do what you want, brother. I'm not gonna stop you. You can do as you please. I'm not gonna stop you. I wouldn't recommend. What do you want? You want to sell gold? Let's see gold quickly. I wouldn't recommend to sell gold now at the range low. How do you see these gold plants? You want buys above there now? Okay, so this is the problem. London, you take buys above here, you're gonna fail. Take sells below here, you're gonna fail. London has been failing a lot like that. Your goal in London is gonna be to see how can you take buys back to here. So maybe changes of structure, support formation, get back above the 4-hour support, trade back to the highs. Right, that's very important. That's a recent change. The breakouts, high chance they won't work. Look at New York yesterday. Almost every single pair broke out. Even yesterday on gold, if you didn't even take the setup 2 and just randomly took a breakout, you still get that continuation. Like even with this big candle, man, which is super scary, right? Which is super 60 pip candle, but still delivered 100 pips after that. You're not getting that in London. In London, you need to trade more technically. You need to trade more on the pullbacks and stuff like that. Setup 2 looking decent on DAX with the bottom wick? Yes. So for setup 2, we should aim break of highs, not go for wick fills with the explanation you give? Yeah, of course. Because it's a support. It's not... you can wick fill on like super higher time frame, but then you're breaking lower time frame candle highs. Five-minute creating the structure I wanted to see. One minute for this 5 to close. Looking at this on GU, I think even clearing this high probably gives it a shot as well. Let's see this 4-hour close bearish. Looking for a good close below the previous 4-hour range. Where's your previous 4-hour range? To take a buy breakout S1 of this resistance. Yeah, watch this previous one here. You know, it's a messy range, man. You know, if you're gonna be trading this range, you either sell from the top or buy from the bottom. You need structures now to form. see back on DAX here what's going on. Why you don't come live on New York session? I trade it, but it's in the exclusive group. Today I'll be live in the exclusive group. Haven't seen you take S4 recently? I don't see many, man. That's the only reason. Zoom NY session today. I will do it today because tomorrow I'm busy. So it will be today. Yes. Yes. Please live trade here on NY today, just this once. I mean, I've done it before. I've showed it before. You can see my trades. I post my trades on Instagram. You can see what I do. You know. DAX even 15-minute trying to form supports now as well. I know we don't trade EU here. We do. It's just I don't trade EU. But maybe we do. Let me know in chat. You guys would want one NY stream? How many people would show up to an NY stream? Last time I did it, not many people showed up. I'd have to announce it. Maybe we do one as a gift. I mean, NY, we do it in the group, but I'm saying for the guys on YouTube. Some people want it. Well, I'll tell you one thing. With 300 viewers in stream, it's not gonna happen. If we're only at 300 viewers on stream, not gonna happen. You guys need to leave a like on the stream. We need to get back up to 6. Okay, deal. 600 viewers. I will do the NY stream for a month. That's the deal. For a month, plus I'll do the giveaway as well. Maybe for like a couple of weeks. I'll do it once a week for a couple of weeks. Give them some of that. This period we need to adapt. Yeah, but we're trading NY every day in the group, man. It's just for them to show them how to do it, you know. In NY you're gonna get more views. Not true. I did it last year. I streamed NY. Same period last year we had slow period in the market. I streamed NY session during that time. Same period. It's happened before. It was slow in London and I got super fed up that I decided to take to show the people how to trade in NY. I streamed that day and immediately won. See this one here, 4:15 p.m. This is New York session. 4:15 p.m. This is my DAX trade now at a 1 to 1.2. So I'm probably going to close my DAX trade here. Like this. Alright, closed it. So that's a 1 to 1.2 there on my DAX trade. So as we discussed, double 5-minute candles closing bullish, break of high, pullback trade. And actually I should have left it running a little bit more. Pretty nice trade there. Just took it like that. So something a little bit different I'm doing. Focus a little bit more. You guys will be surprised. So yeah, 27 stop loss was 16 here. So pretty nice. A little bit more it would be. Let's see. On broker I got 26 points for a 17-point stop loss. So 1.3. You had bottom wick. I took it on this candle. Remember when I said the double 5-minute support if both two 5-minute candles close bullish, break of high. So I held through this drawdown here. Stop loss below the range. And that was the trade like this. So that's what I mentioned on stream. If you listened, you can take it. Now, this is what I mean. I could hold to probably to a 1 to 2 here, which is I need to work on myself. But I saw a 1 to, it's almost a 1 to 1.3 that was. Right, but you see the difference with the pullback trades here, right? Price pulls back. This is what I was speaking about. You guys been asking about how I've been working on the different pullback things. This is how London has been. Don't get caught up in the breakout trade. Wait for the pullbacks. You are safer taking it on the pullback. Full risk you took? For sure, yeah. Not the, if it broke the high straight here, no. But once we get double support candle and it proves to me that 15 wants to close above, then I'm happy. Then I went with that one there. So like I said, these can hit 1 to 2 these days. So I need to work on that. I need to work on that to hold it to a 1 to 2. But I did mention on stream, if you've been listening, you would have been able to take it. Double support candle was very important. And that was my trade. I was going to take it, but wondering why you weren't. Something a little bit different. I will explain why. I will explain why in a second once I journal my trade. How much we get exactly? Check on broker. Also to show how much we got exactly. Let's have a look here. Entered here and 25.5. Just put it 25. This is a buy. It's actually a setup 2 pullback trade. Took this trade at what time? Got triggered at 10:15. So yeah, see how much I need. I didn't look at P&L. I just closed. So let's see how much we got P&L wise. Yeah, 1,300. So 1 to 1.3. Not bad. And I could have hold to a 1 to 2. This is my point, right? This is my point. With these pullback trades, you can hold to a 2 risk to reward. And that's what I'm saying. Like these trades, see, look, that's an easy 1 to 2 here. Easy. Right? Easy. 5 got no bottom wick? Has, man. I got triggered on this candle. I went break of highs. Is it because you're expecting higher high? Yeah, continuation pass. It's how London has been. So normally now this candle will close above and then it will fail probably maybe instead of breaking out. But the goal is like, you know, you can get your 1 to 1 at this resistance and then any continuation should be easy at least because look, just to get an extra 1 to 2 is only like a 17-point push, which is easy with volume. But then you can see like, okay, where I closed, maybe not the best today, but I just wanted to start to build an income. And that's it. I could have lost, huh? This could have come down, stopped me out, and then I have to show you guys got stopped out. We had the same long? Good. So after your trade is success, you are announcing, I knew this was going to come. We couldn't even watch your trade. You can't see any setups. I knew this was going to come. I knew this was going to come and I was waiting for this. So for the past 2 years, I have been showing my entries live every single day. And, okay, I knew this was going to come, so I was waiting for it. And I want to explain to you guys why today I decided to take this without. I talked about my position. I talked about my plan. If you rewind stream, I said wait for 2 candles closing bullish and then take the buy, right? For some reason, she was able to take it as well. No problems holding here. For some reason, how she's done that? Because she listened. Okay, so this is just excuses. Well done to you. The past 2 years, I've been calling positions. Recently in London, it's been slower. I've actually had a bit, and I'm being fully transparent here. I've actually felt a little bit upset because if I've taken losses, I get DMs of people complaining, hating on me, which I don't care about, but subconsciously it adds extra stress because I feel like I need to perform, and if I don't perform, I let people down. I've had amazing results over these years. I've given my trades practically for free, which no one does. People charge $150 for signals per month, and I've hold a win rate of over 75% for most of those 2 years, giving win streaks 6, 7, 8 trades, all proper risk reward, no early closures, no hype bullshit. Now recently, since it's been slower in London, right, every time I take a trade, I get some form of hate. If it's break even, if it's some sort of pullback, and it's been ruining my judgment because I'm scared to take options knowing that I'm gonna get all this hate afterwards. So today I decided to talk about my plan, take my trade and not make anyone responsible and have their own accountability to take the trade. Just like this person took the trade here, Riker took the same trade, just how Lori Jean took the same trade here, they took with their own accountability, okay? So did I, and if I lost this, I'm still losing money, which is fine because these pullback trades are something I've adapted to in London, okay? And I don't need the hate afterwards, but I can come here to a stream and show you guys how I did it and why. And if you listened and followed the plan, you can take it. So it's a small adapt. I will still be transparent. I will stake my trades, but until I become fully in terms of my right mindsets, because remember, I'm here to get paid. I will sometimes do that, or I will only call it to people in the exclusive group because they are the guys who I know if I take a loss, no one, not one person in there has ever hated on me, and I want to keep it like that. What is the point to watch the stream for a trade to come, and in this case we can't even watch? I called the trade very clearly. I'm actually gonna show this just for proof. I like to show this here. If you weren't listening, sorry, that's your fault. And I'm gonna put it here so you guys can hear. Let's go find it. After I explained. Get away with it. 2 candles closing bullish, very important. How do you apply fundamentals with daily? My webinar, for example, in the week. Put an arcana of the week. So yes, it. So on, etc., etc. You have to have fundamentals of it. How deep the effects. Here, time frames upside a bit here. Candle close, breaking highs, bullish. The next candle of bullish, candle close bearish would be candle close. Here's the plan. I want everyone to listen, okay? If you just here is the plan. The one candle close bullish, sometimes a little bit weaker. If you have this candle close bearish, would be better to have the next candle closing above bullish, and then we see what's up. Let me rewind the plan. The one candle close, also it's a rejection wick towards the upside a bit here. So I want to see kind of this candle close bearish, next one close above, or double candle close bullish. There we go. I want to see kind of listen. It's a rejection wick towards the upside. Everyone, if you don't understand, write in chat what I was saying. I said here, I want to see either this candle close bearish, next one close above, or so I want to see kind of this candle close bearish, next one close above, or double candle close bullish, something like that. Or double candle close bullish. This 2 candles close bullish, then it will be good. I literally say this 2 candles close bullish, it will literally be good. Listen. Close bullish, something like that. Listen. This 2 candles close bullish, then it will be good. Breaking highs. Even I say breaking highs. If you just have the 1 candle close bullish, sometimes a little bit weaker. And I said if you just have the 1 candle close bullish, it's a weaker. I'm explaining it. So this is something new. I want you guys to understand that. That's why I'm showing it. I don't have to prove a point, but I want to prove it with real thing. So that's it, man. That's it. Okay. Double candle close bullish. Give us the confirmation. If we had this candle close bearish, I'm waiting for a close above. It's the ending of spoon feeding days. And yeah, so this is 1 to 2. Really, I should have hold. I just need to build the confidence for that. Same trade. Just, yeah. Same setup. There you go. Nice one. But he held because he's doing what I should have done. At least to 1 to 2 because I know it can return those. Just put me off. You saw something bad in a trade? Yeah, that's but you can always ask me here. I would have actually typed in chat. I should have typed in chat. That's my mistake. It's just a cleanse, guys. It's just a cleanse. I want to stop people being so dependent on me and actually start to listen to what I have to say. It's not gonna, I'm still gonna call positions and stuff like that, but I just want to try a little bit, especially when I'm taking now pullback entries. It's not always the most classic. If it messes up, I don't want to put, you know. Like, we know the plan, you know. I think this is just a healthy, like, I'm here literally saying if a double candle closes bullish, it's good breaking the high. And at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you don't take it. If you like it, you take it. I would have taken it if I like it. If I get stopped out, then I don't feel like I've dragged all these people who don't even understand the position. Because the only people who are taking it are who understand the position. If they understand the position, there's a very high chance that they don't hate against it because they're taking it from understanding. They could ask me why it failed and I can tell you, hey, this happened, you know. It's a little bit of a cleanse, guys. It's just something of a way that I wanted to do, right? Because now the only people who trade are not going to hate. Look at gold closing below here. You need 5-minute structure and then you can take sells below. They just want signals, and I'll give signals sometimes, you know. But my point is, for now, as I'm taking these pullback entries, adapting, I'm showing you me adapting, and I'm also telling my plans before taking the trade. I didn't take a random trade. I said double candle close bullish. You can see my entry was after the double candle close bullish. See which candle I got triggered on, right? Not the earlier one. And that's it. And then I educate on why that entry worked and how you can do it. I'm impressed some people read between the lines. That actually is very good. Laurie Jean read between the lines exactly, huh? Impressive. Silent killer. So yeah, that's why I did it, but still I'll be giving my plans, I'll be giving trades. Mr. Unfortunately, I was waiting for candle to close. I will use this week to better learn the setups. No, you don't have to you don't have to be unfortunate about it. It's just lack of your understanding of this setup, as it's a new type of thing. Right? So I'm gonna start to teach you guys. That's the difference, is I'm going to teach you this setup. After the stream, you watch. I'm going to explain this. You're going to have full confidence in this setup next time. After the stream, wait for my example. You're going to have full confidence. Wonder what will open do? That sounds like Toka's in a trade. Man is holding for open. I know. He's saying that I can read between his lines now. For sure. Look, I wonder what open will do. Hopefully it smashes through the sky. Okay, so same concept is going to work on gold now. Instead of selling the lows like this, wait for the pullback. Better in London. If this was NY, you get away with selling the lows here. It will push. NY is the same. Okay? But London, wait for pullback, look for resistance to be created, and then look to take the sell down. So that listen carefully, yeah. No, I mean, I'll be more and more. I just wanted to give people a little bit of I'll explain after stream what I wanted. I don't need to yap on stream. They'll think I'm trying to make excuses, but I wanted people to give them a little bit of change. Some people get too complacent, you know? You didn't miss the trade now because if you didn't understand it, see, this is my point. If no one understood this trade I took, then how have you missed it if it's not something you understood, right? If it's something you understood, great. Then and then you didn't take it, you know, then you lose, right? Out on it. But if it's something you're not confident with, makes sense. We don't really take this type of setups many times. But this is the new London. It's literally, today was perfect of what I've been saying. And this is me holding true to my word. How many times have I told you London breakouts lack continuation? This is not a bad setup. Breaking high. It's not. It's really not. Nice structure before, good liquidity grab, but it lacks continuation. It finds its first 5-minute resistance, makes an excuse, and pulls back. But that pullback is where we wait and be like, this is a perfect place to buy above. Right? That's the classic plan. That's a classic London plan. We wait for a 5 close above here, we rip buys, and we're happy days. 1 to 2 big profits, straight one candle. But the opportunity these days in London is on the pullback, right? And that's how I've adapted. I've adapted to be more aware on the pullback. So this is exactly how I took this, is just waiting for the pullback. That's it. Setup 6? No, setup 2. But I needed a double 5-minute candle closure because I didn't trust just the one. Also, if you look at 1 minute, it makes a lot of sense. You see that change of structure on 1 minute? I don't want to I wanted to talk about this outside of stream, but you can see what I mean. Did you enter break of previous 5-minute candle? Yes, exactly. This candle high here. Basic break and retest. In this case, yeah, it's almost a break and retest for sure, because we got the perfect retest of the previous range. But the difference is we're buying on pullback. If you wait for a break and retest in New York, guys, I want everyone to listen. If you wait for a break and retest during New York, you are going to lose your trade. Not lose, you're going to miss out on it, because you'll be there sitting waiting for the retest and it will never happen. Why? Because we're in good continuation during New York. New York is still having good continuation. London has stopped having continuation for now. It will come back, but that means all we have to do is adapt. Because today would have been another day that I would not take a trade, and today I've gotten a trade just by one simple thing. That seems simple now, but look. If gold 5-minute close bullish on gold, can we enter break of low? Don't take continuation. It doesn't work. Until we see continuation start to work, be very careful. I know it is a correct setup, but in London, it has not been the case. This is what's catching you out. Today it could work for sure. And you'll have to sit there and painfully watch it play out. But from the stats of the 2 months we've been watching London session, if you take gold right now breaking the low, you're going to have issues. If you took this in New York, 100% it's a shot. Even if you lost, I tell you, no problems. So London is ass for continuation, but we're still getting good moves in London. If I took this and held a little bit more, I get a 1 to 2. It's been a long time since you get a 1 to 2. This is returning bigger. This is returning bigger. You understand? Happy I can see the setups. It's a correct setup. You're not wrong. Did you find the hack to avoid the stream dip? People are still here after the trade. Yeah, it's true, man. I kind of did it also to cleanse, because really, I was getting DMs of people hating on me, telling me that Tradesharpe is over, blah, blah, blah. This is it, this is that. And I'm like, you know, I can avoid this situation. Who am I here to trade for? I'm here to trade for me. I'm happy to talk about my ideas. I will always trust myself in what I do and my analysis. So all I did was did that, but not say anything about exactly where. I'll just tell you, you know. So I can avoid all those people. They will leave now because they're like, oh, he's not making it easy. And then guess what? When they leave, we're going to get these people who are here in the stream. And then I go back to me just calling positions as normal because it's a cleanse. So you have that balance. So what my plan is going forward on stream is to mix. Sometimes I will call it straight out because it's a clear setup and everyone would say it. And sometimes I'll do that. But the thing is, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to hide. So I need to find a way where, because that can seem like, you know, from the outside looking in, it's like, oh, he only calls some positions and the other ones he doesn't. So maybe something like showing my terminal at the end of the day, or my better plan, which I really like, is calling it always in the exclusive, but writing it as a plan in the exclusive instead of just like a signal buy now, sell now. So I'll just be like, I'll write something like this, you know, something like that, looking for DAX break of high. And if they understand the plan, they take it. Where's guy? He left, man. He was focusing on his bot and stuff like that. Even Tokyo sessions are slow. The guys have not been doing too bad in Tokyo, but it is slower than it was in the beginning of the year. They took today gold setup ones. This is some Tokyo session trades been taking on gold, so it's not been too bad. There was a B today, yes, and I agree with the B. Why don't you make a YouTube video about this setup now? About the changes of London? Because I only make it available for you guys who show up to stream. I just explained the changes of London. If I make a YouTube video and call it How London Has Changed, no one's going to watch it because they don't know my strategy. It's pretty advanced concept to see how London has changed. But this would be, if you want a video that discusses this, it's my pullback video entry. Let's go see pullback. I can make a video about pullback entry. I have made one in the past, but I could make a new one. Pullback. I could probably search it. Yeah, I think I need to make a new version of the pullback entry. So I could make a video on that. Yeah, I think pullback entry is a video I can make for sure. Yeah, so I'll make that video actually for you guys. Just a basic one. The problem is it's seasonal, huh? So I need to make that clear in the video. Doesn't happen every day. How much money have you said would you spent on your YouTube? Probably, wow. Do we count like me doing stuff for content? Like if I were to buy props, stuff like this, stickers and, you know, whatever props I use, does that count? Or just the cost of making videos? Full cost with camera and everything? Wow. So 1,000 video, wow. I need to think about that for a little bit. Definitely above $25,000. Definitely. Definitely. Someone was asking about pullback sells on gold would be best in my opinion. Currently gold is bearish. I agree with that. not about the price. Sometimes you might want to follow your own path. Well, if you feel like you're being spoon-fed and every time you show up to the group it's spoon-feeding, you might need that space, right? So then there's no point of being in it if you need that space. If you've studied all the content, you've been in for like a year, blah, 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 you've used everything and you're not really needing that spoon-feeding, you need space. So yeah, so this is for gold. But do you see how London is just failing to continue right now? How much we're struggling? 15-minute candles have been bullish. You mean you invest $25,000 in content, how much you got back? I definitely haven't made that back from YouTube revenue, that's for sure. But personal brand for sure. I would have never been able to build Pip Labs. I would never be able to have an audience like you guys. Obviously, you know, I have an exclusive group that pays as well. So no, you know, that comes mainly from YouTube, to be honest. That's where most people find me. It's not about hate, man, but you plan so many things on stream. From now on, whenever anything hit TP, you will journal it. It's not true, because how am I supposed to journal something when I have only one position on my screen? Like, I can show you my chart here on this. I can show you my gold chart. You will be able to see because I put the positions on the screen, right? So you'll be able to see where I entered. Like, if you saw random positions everywhere, then it's going to be very hard, right? It's going to be very hard. Because then I would have two positions on my screen. And also today I was very clear with one plan. I never said any plan for, at the time I had never any plan for gold. I had never any plan, and I was focused fully on DAX. I literally stayed on the DAX chart talking about that plan and watched it. I didn't move to gold. I didn't say, hey, gold is maybe also an option right now. So it's very clear. You have to read between the lines. It's not the same, you know? It's not the same. And I've been transparent for over 2 years. You think I'm scared to put a loss in the journal? I don't care about my stats. It's my stats. If I take the loss, I take the loss. But the problem is I take a loss and then I get hate for 1 week. I get stream viewers drop. You know, people leave. They don't stay for the education. They don't stay to get better. But if I lose, who cares? It's me versus me. You know, it's part of my journey. Like, it doesn't affect me. Still making money. That's what I'm here for. So, and it's not going to be like that the whole time. I've said that many times. It's just a balance. It's to stop people who are maybe dependent like you. Maybe you feel like you're dependent to sit here, you know. UJ looking for buy previous forward, so took too close. Even if it looks nice 1 hour above, I'm going to have a look for you, man. Okay, closed above here, 30, closed above. I wanted the 30, yeah, and you're waiting for the 30. Let's see that previous 4 hour. Stupid adjustment. I'm guessing it adjusts to here. You can, as long as there's room to here, man, you can be aggressive there. Manage on 1 minute. Problem is, does these stops make sense? That's your biggest problem. What we look at, like 26 for 22. That's the problem I have here. You could be, you can't even run 15 stops. You know what? You could risk it. You could risk it here and wait for the pullback. That's why we're here more than 2 years, because you're transparent and honest. Yeah, but I don't want you to be dependent. I was dependent when I was in your exclusive and wasn't learning because of the dependency. My whole strategy, and I've been profitable now for about a year. Amazing, man. You know, that's the thing. Like, dependency is great as a beginner, but at some point it reaches a cap. And this is something I'm even learning, and this is why I'm going to make sure to have the best results for people in the industry, is because I'm not here to sell hype. I'm here to sell results. There's a big difference in that. Not many people are going to sit here on stream and identify that and share that with all of you. It's very rare to find someone who wants to do that. Very rare. You know? It's just literally how it works in this life, you know? I'm a people ask me, hey man, how have you been able to do XYZ? Because I'm always looking to improve. I'm never arrogant of this way is the best. And if I was doing it just to pay myself, I would have quit it a long time ago, man. I would have done way easier things. I would have sold signals. I could have made easily 15K a month from selling signals, man. It's very easy. Dishonest signals, by the way, not honest signals. I'm thinking next month not joining Zooms at all, just letting trade on my own. No, you don't need to do that. You just need to follow your own plans. Right? It's just a mindset shift. It's not you have to remove things from you. It's a mindset shift, right? That's it. Because if you're trading UJ and you might like the UJ trade, then you take it and fail. That's it. It's just a mindset shift. Be in Zooms. The Zooms become a trading sanctuary. We trade together. We're a team. It's not a problem. So you have to be here for that. And we take trades together. Take the same trades as me. We do it together. It's a team thing. It's fun. Don't have to lock yourself up and be like that. But the thing is, if your mindset doesn't change to be like, I actually need to think before I enter, because there's a lot of people who don't think before they enter. They just enter. But if you actually start thinking before you enter, like today, it's going to make a massive difference. I promise. It's just a mindset thing. I want to learn to fish, but you will learn to fish. How many months of active participation in Zoom and putting efforts in our side will make us get into the strategy? You can probably learn the strategy fully in 3 months. And then to get your consistency is your whole journey. The reason you feel lost is you're trying to solve too much too fast. You literally ask a different question every single day and you don't relate back to the question. Because if I ask you a question that you asked me 2 weeks ago, you probably would have forgot it already, and that's where you're feeling lost. Because you're trying to speed up things. You think you need to know everything now and not learn things as you go along. I switched my whole mindset completely. That's the biggest change I went through since I was in your exclusive. Yeah, it's very important, man. Makes a big difference. It just needs to be a balance. It needs to be a balance of people trusting their own ideas while still being part of this trading floor. You know, it's gonna be absolutely killer, man. Absolutely killer. Oh, I'm looking excited. Like the amount of results we'll be able to generate, because you have a nice balance where we all trade together. You know, people because a beginner needs that helping hand, right? Needs to see the positions happen. Learn and earn is always a nice thing, right? You can earn money while learning as well. So that's the power of these Zooms. So yeah, it would be great. See how DAX is done here after the open. Not really much on the open, actually continued during the open. Yeah, so 1 to 2 was in the question here for sure, huh? Hi bro, do you take whey protein or some other supplement concerning your workout? Yeah, you know, you take everything. Anadrol, Dianabol, testosterone, Primobolan, Mastron, you name it. Just some basic stuff, man. Just basic stuff. Do you take whey protein? Man, when I was young, I wasn't being given baby formula. I was given straight whey. Different, man, different. Built different. Baby formula is for babies. I was given straight whey. No. Yeah, I do take whey. I know I was first learning, I thought psychology was joke. Then they say it's the toughest part of trading. Now I see. Man, I made this webinar in the group. I wish I made it before you left. This exclusive webinar, I promise, it is insane. How many people in the group have watched that webinar? And it's such a big part. I remember Faris watched it recently. He said it really helped him. This stuff Like, it is such a small thing, and people several times. But it's insane, man. It's insane how much a difference it makes, and people really don't notice it. Like, it actually makes a massive difference when you just try to comprehend that in your brain and know scientifically as well. I'll show you guys here on YouTube because I want you guys also to have some understanding. Let's go find that one. And the trading identity video is very good. That whole psychology section. This one here. Psychology and trading. So, that being said, let's go and learn. So, the first thing I always like to know is why. Why is psychology such a difficult thing? And they're all... Why, right? We need to understand how the brain works. It's super good to understand how the brain works and stuff like that. So I want you guys, in your own time, you can go and study about prefrontal cortex versus amygdala. And you'll notice how many traits of your personal self that you trade with your amygdala and not your prefrontal cortex. But when you're studying, you guys are using your prefrontal cortex. All of you guys study prefrontal cortex. That's why when you study, you're good. Progression in trading is even better. There you go. I saw trend. No. There was nothing in my last vlog. All good. You took this DAX? Yes. Psychology came from experience in the market. It does. That is very true. Make it public for one day? No. Everyone wants everything for free, man. It's crazy. I do so much for free. Like, time has to be paid, man. It's normal business. It's fair. Can't be rinsed like this, man. Like, I do so much to help you guys try to become good for people. And really, if you can't afford things, then you need to really be working on getting a job before. Trading is a luxury, remember that. Okay, let's see this 5-minute back into bear structure range. Let's see USD. Yeah, waiting for the pullback here is the smart idea, right? If it can come deeper, you can look for something. Look at gold, right? How classic. Let's see if it gave you an entry. Ooh, see, we would have had a sell stop here. London, we would have had a sell stop here. Orlando has been asking what setups work in London. Don't take setup ones. Just follow what I have to say. I'll be teaching you. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. Oh, that's insane, Sarah. I'm using my psychology video in my neurology teaching to my students. Man, you teach neurology? That's very interesting. We should have you on. Have you on to write something. Can you post a link for that sheet? Yeah, just put exclamation journal in the chat. I'd love to help. Yeah. It's very cool you study neurology and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm extremely fascinated by that type of stuff. Isn't it interesting, guys? We live in a world now where we know everything about our phones. I can tell you what camera it has. I can tell you how much GB it has, but you don't know a simple question like how many bones is in your body. Majority of people don't know this. People don't know how their bodies work, how hormones work, what regulates testosterone, what in women, how all of this, it's insane. Your own body you don't understand, but you probably understand more about the charts. I have to write this. I have to write this reply to extrude, man. I had the opportunity there. I had to type it back. But you see how this just closed back in the range and came back up, no continuation. Now, if resistance is formed, You look for the sells now. That's where the sells come. Copy. How do you put this candle that stays on the side here? Sometimes that's cool. I see all ICT traders using it. I learned more from the psychology videos in trading, how to get to know yourselves better, so thanks. No, I'm glad it helped. Harry, I trade S1 most of the time, approx 85% of the time. What you suggest, I only take S1 and NY? Yeah, if you only take S1, take it in NY. It will be a lot better. I'm new here. It's a daily candle indicator. Oh, it's an indicator. Okay, thank you, bro. Ah, it's, yeah, I knew it was some ICT shit. Fuck that. I can't even write that on my screen, man. Immediately, testosterone levels drop by 150 nanograms per deciliter. Indicator POW, I can write POW, but if I have to write ICT higher time frame candles, then testosterone levels, you know, we have problems tomorrow. The candle on side is called MTF Power 3. Here we go again. Now it's called PO3 XO trades. Here we go. Here we go. I need to be careful. I'm going in dangerous territory now. Journal, it's in the description, but not question mark journal, exclamation mark journal. Dixie hit 4-hour resistance, perhaps gold. It has an influence, but technically, if you can analyze one chart, you should be able to analyze the other. Just curious, do you trade on futures or MT5? Both. I just started futures though, just on prop firms on future. Can you link the doc with setup 1, 2, 3 here? Sure. Sure. Oh man, I don't know how this link has come, but that's it. You're on Top Step? Yeah, I'm trying them. Should I stick to one strategy or have multiple? Have one, man. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. But you can adapt your entries in time, but for now you don't need. What using to copy trade? My mouse, brother. No copy trade. It's different on futures. Slightly different, and I can only trade gold and US 30. So I only use it for NY. I don't trade it in London. I'm also full margining it. Does it make sense to sell below there? Brother, come on, man. So lazy. I'm gonna reply to you the same way you talk to me. Ah, now the chart comes. Yes, but you need structure, right? Need structure. Hello, when do you consider that a pullback is invalid? Thanks to a support or resistance. Need to understand your question a little bit more. When do I consider a support? When do I consider a pullback is invalid? Thanks to a support and resistance. It's invalid, the pullback, when it crosses through that. So if you're looking at pullback to here and it gets above it, it starts to become invalid because it's broken that resistance or broken that support. That is one way, right? Same thing like this. If we're looking at pullback to here and this candle closes here, it's an invalid pullback here, but it doesn't mean that it's an invalid pullback overall. Took a sell back into the UJ range. Let's have a look at how you've done that. Okay, let me double check a few things before giving feedback. Yeah, on daily you're fine. 4 hours mixed. 15-minute close, 5-minute change of structure. It's not crazy, man. No, it's not crazy. The only thing I worry about is this support here, if we react off it, because we could also create the support to go up from here. The only reason, now I need you to identify this, that this has chance to play out is because we closed below this previous. If we closed at, starts to get very risky. Because we could just reject, create the support now. This can still flip. If it wants to react, this can flip, create the support, and you take set up 2 buys above this. That's where your buys are going to be to trade towards the upside. Harry, once you joined, you would automatically get in WAP. So I'm not opening the group to public, it's only on waitlist. So if you join the group, you have to join the waitlist. Once you get accepted, you'll get an email, and yes, you'll automatically join WAP. You don't need to do anything, you just need to log in. Right? So yes, it will all be automatic. You don't trade NASDAQ? I love my probabilities in US 30, man. I've just been absolutely loving US 30. Just everything's moving smooth on US 30 for me, so I've just continued with US 30. I'm not against NASDAQ, no, but I've just been preferring US 30. Anyways, I'm going to head off now. I got the email, but I don't think I'm on. So the email address you used to sign up, but how? I haven't. When did you apply? Because otherwise you just joined the free one. You didn't join the paid one. Because I didn't accept anyone. Can I send you? Yeah, DM me after stream, brother, please. I'll have a look what's going on. I'm pretty sure because I haven't accepted anyone yet. So you're either on the waiting list. Yeah, so I think you're just on the waiting list. You're not being accepted yet. DM me on Discord, please, man. I'll have a look to double check, but I think you're just on the waiting list. And yeah, man, appreciate you all. Shame you didn't get 600. It's okay, man, don't worry. We will be on for New York on the exclusive group. So all of the guys, if you're leaving now, I'm gonna continue the Zoom, but if you're leaving now, then otherwise I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. And show up to stream, listen carefully to the plans. Let's start cooking. As you can see, I've made adjustments. It has worked, and let's continue this going. Okay, so appreciate you all, much love, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Take care and peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.